Hey everybody, Beyond You 89 here. Welcome back to another episode of The Demon recreation at Six Flags Great America. And today is actually going to be the last construction time-lapse video for this series. I went ahead and actually wrapped up the entire coaster and coaster area, so this is the last time-lapse that you'll see, but not the last video. We're going to do today's video, and then within the next few days I'll be uploading a point of view, actually, of the during the daytime and at nighttime, and kind of do some cinematics. So it'll be a party video. Just look at all this party stuff we did, you know. So to kind of get things started off today, though, I started making this Southwest Territory sign. Those of you who are familiar with Great America will know what the Southwest Territory is, but for those of you who are not, the Southwest Territory is basically a themed land within Six Flags Great America. Six Flags in general as a company isn't really known for its great theming or themed lands or anything, but Great America is a little bit different, where a lot of people consider it one of the best Six Flags because they actually theme. It's a very well run park for the most part. So yeah, Southwest Territory is a themed land within that park there. So yeah, and kind of moving forward here, we see the Demon sign here, which big shout out and thanks to Masked Bandit. If you don't know who he is, then what? I mean, check out the description below, but what? You know who he is. Come on. Anyways, Masked Bandit was gracious enough, kind enough to recreate and make that sign for this recreation series here. Mast is from originally the Chicago area, so knows Six Flags very well, so I took it upon myself to message and ask him, hey buddy, would you like to make the sign for it, since I am god awful at making signs in this game, which is way true. I tried to do it, and no, I can't. I don't know how he and others do it, where they can make these amazing looking 3D signs, but anyways, long story short, he was gracious enough, took his time with it, made it look amazing, sent it over for the park here, and yeah, plopped it down, and it looks fan-freaking-tastic. So big thanks to Mass there for making that sign. Links to him are down below in the description. Again, if you don't know who he is, please go ahead and check him out below there. So yeah, moving forward from that, we are working on some rock work here for the first part of the coaster. As you've seen before, there are two loops after the first drop of the coaster, and in between the first and second loop is some rock work in between there that you kind of go through a little bit of a tunnel-ish. And then it's kind of cool, the second loop, before you dive into another tunnel, which we're looking at here, has rock work that goes through it. So overall, I think I mentioned this before, this coaster isn't really that exciting as far as just a coaster goes, but the thematical elements that they put through kind of make it the Demon. So that's one of them, where they kind of have the rock work going through the loop, and you can really see it pretty well as you're going on the ride, and it is a little bit scary. But you always think, especially me, I'm a really tall dude, so my head sticks up a little bit taller than most on coasters, so I'm kind of like, whoa, we're really close. But anyways, moving forward here, you see me start to put up these twinkle lights, or do they call them fairy lights in the game? They're rope lights. I don't know why fairy lights, rope lights. And it's kind of cool. They have this tunnel here, which the last few times I've gone, the tunnel has been working, but sometimes it doesn't work, where basically the lights strobe in different ways, and they have different sounds going off inside of the tunnel there. Doesn't always work. Again, this ride is creeping up there as far as age goes. I want to say it's like 30 something, maybe even close to 40 years old. So sometimes all the effects don't work, but when they do, it gives it a nice charm to it. And yeah, this light tunnel here is one of those charming elements in the ride. So everything else as we're moving forward here, to wrap up, everything else was just kind of little things here and there. I had to make some corkscrew supports here for the two corkscrews, which I've never done before, as far as making corkscrew supports. And I was daunting myself out of this. I kept thinking this was going to be like a huge task, yada yada. I had no idea where to even start with it, and then I think I saw, I wish I would have written it down at the time, but I saw someone on the workshop made corkscrew supports that were similar to this, using the iron pipe from the scenery. I believe it's in scenery. And I was like, okay, I'll use those as well. And yeah, they turned out really well. So there are your corkscrew supports. There are some more regular supports that went in there, and other than that, my friends, there wasn't a lot more to really touch on per se. It was a lot of just like fencing, did some backstage work. There was another rock tunnel that you put in right before the corkscrews. But yeah, like I said, most of it is just little this and that you'll kind of barely see in the video. Maybe when I put this park up for download on the Steam Workshop, you can go ahead and see those details, but they're really just quick details that you wouldn't even think twice about. So overall, thank you so much everyone for keeping up, if you have been keeping up with the Demon Recreation series. It's meant a lot to me, for everyone who's been throwing the likes and comments saying, you know, that this looks exactly like it, or it's very, very close to it. So yeah, I really, really appreciate you all. You've been fantastic, and yeah, like I said, we'll have one more video come out of a point of view, like a whole on cinematic coastergasm video. Is that what we're gonna call it that, a coastergasm video. Yes. So keep an eye out for that. It shouldn't come out too much further than when this is released. And again, thanks so much everyone for watching this series. If you have any comments on the entire series, please leave them down below. And other than that, have a great rest of your day there, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much everyone. Bye-bye.
Have you ever seen the demon? Have you ever heard him scream? Is the demon what he seems, or just a bad, bad dream in your mind? You're gonna find out about the demon. So you think you're really brave, gonna see the demons cave, you silly dude. You're only food for the demon. Don't say we didn't tell you, the demon can smell you, you're delicious, nutritious to the demon. Don't look over your shoulder, just when you're feeling bolder, he'll be there in the air. The demon's so demanding, so have this understanding.